Starting off, congratulations on Twisted Metal.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I got to check out the first 3 episodes, so I've got that is horrifying.
I mean, yeah, if you're a lawbreaker, if you're a criminal or somebody that he decides is a criminal, he can be harsh to say the least. But in his mind, he is bringing justice, and he's bringing law and order, and he's bringing, he's reforming society to the way that it was, knowing that it can never really go back to that fully, because now the story kind of picks up 20 years after, you meet him and as his kind of original self. But but he's not a villain. He doesn't do villainous things. He does homicidal things, but he does it in the pursuit of, in his mind, and in the pursuit of law.
Well, that builds perfectly into one of the things I was really excited to talk to you about, because I do think I agree with you. Like everybody else who worked for, a lot of the people who work for him are very gifted. We do see them enjoying the things that they get to do. But Stone really does come across, you're right, he's a true believer in what his definition of justice is. He does believe in the law. It's just, just because somebody else doesn't know it doesn't mean they can't be held accountable to it. Why was that important to music? Got to play to find that element of character, to not play him as a villain, but as somebody who's very black and white in this very gray world.
Because he I don't know, for some reason, a comparison to Hannibal Lecter just came into my mind. It's like Hannibal Lecter, if you remember in Silence of the Lambs, he has a sort of a warped justification for doing the things that he does, and I think that Stone, while not that extreme, Stone he's totally, in his mind, totally justifiable in his actions, and being the not just the voice, but the hammer of again, justice and reform to the rule of law. That was just a very appealing character to me. And I play him as a man. It's important to me that I think all the characters are relatable. Even Sweet Tooth, in his own sort of like outsized, clownish, maniacal character, there are elements to his origin story that are relatable. That he was exploited as a child, and and I guess it's a spoiler. But it's but the same thing with Stone. It's like they've all had something perpetrated upon them, all the characters, and including Stone. Even though I'm pursuing John Doe and Quiet and Sweet Tooth, and I do regard them as the enemy, we've all had something done to us when society crashes.
With what I'm on, because that's fascinating. That is a very cool way to look at the character, I think. Kind of looking at him as a person, because anytime anybody comes onto any role, I also imagine you have an idea of like, all right, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to play him like this. I'm going to approach him like this. And that's never necessarily the final trade-off. You always find something with these characters through collaboration with the rest of the cast, working with the director, just finding things in the script you maybe didn't see early on. With that in mind, what would you say surprised you the most about that?
I had a really good sense of, there was before they even had all the scripts finished, they had the stories, and there was sort of a story Bible. And so Michael Jonathan Smith, the showrunner, even though I read the first 3 scripts, he gave me the story Bible of so that I would know what the continuity of all the characters' storylines were, but specifically Stone. So I knew where Stone started and I knew where he was going to end. In this 10 episodes. And so, it was more with Michael Jonathan Smith really than anybody else, because, we did have directors coming in and out, but, and we actually, the first two were directed by, I can't think of Katai's last name. And then he came and directed the last two. Katai did the first two and the last two. And so Katai was a great sort of touchstone also because, we started the character together and then we ended the character together. And then Michael was there for all of it. But, it just, that was it. It was just having a great collaborative team and some really great, very imaginative writers.
Fantastic. Thomas, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today. I've been a huge fan of your work since I was a kid, so this is really, really cool.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day, a good rest of however many more of these you got to get through. I really hope I get to talk to you again soon.
Thank you.